Hello everyone, welcome to Redmen TV. Steve here. My reaction after Liverpool 4, Tottenham 2. Just jumped off the watch along. A very fun watch along as well as Liverpool get back to winning ways with a 4-2 win over Spurs. Major dent in Tottenham's Champions League hopes, of course. Aston Villa, you're welcome. The rest is just a bit of a favour. And yet Liverpool... The frustration is really where's that been for the last few weeks? Where's that kind of performance been? Obviously, at the end, it was a bit of a shaky one. Liverpool made a couple, probably subs that the manager wouldn't make if the game was tight, and maybe that did impact Liverpool a little bit because Tottenham roared back into the game, obviously getting 2 goals, and they had a couple more big chances to maybe get even more as well. But I thought for the first half was probably as good as Liverpool have played. Is it because the pressure's off? Is it because they've just had that long break? Obviously playing early against West Ham and then obviously Sunday, whereas Tottenham played Thursday. I don't think you can underestimate that as well. I don't know. Maybe it's a combination of both physicality and just an easing of the pressure back at Anfield as well, of course. Maybe it's something to do with that. I don't know. Like I say, the frustration, if Liverpool had played like that as they had done for, I don't know, maybe that, it's been so long since they played well. It's hard to say, but if they'd have played like that for the last month or two, then they probably would they would be in a title challenge, but it is what it is. You can't change the past now. And my guess is, given how fresh they looked and how sharp they looked, maybe it was just the amount of games that had caught up to them. Because they all looked a little half a yard quicker, half a yard faster. I was made up with the midfield performance for the most part. That I've been crying out for Liverpool to get that midfield performance for quite a while. I know a lot of people watch this channel and they get in touch with the comments and on Twitter and social media. They keep telling me that Harvey Elliott's rubbish, and I keep disagreeing with them. But Harvey Elliott isn't a right winger. He's a centre midfielder. He's Liverpool's right number 8, or a right number 8 in Liverpool's system. And when he plays there like he did today, then that's his best position. And I thought, he got an 8-man of the match on the TV coverage. He scores an absolute worldie of a goal. I think he should have been playing there a lot sooner. The options that Liverpool have had in that position haven't played well for a while, and every time Harvey's come off the bench, he's done well. But when he's been starting games, it's been in place of Mo Salah on the right hand side, and I don't think it's been fair to him. And Jürgen gave him the start today. He gave him, he could have went to Bosley, he could have went Gravenberch, of course. He could have played Elliott up in the front three again if he wanted to. But the manager gave him that place in the number 8 role, and he paid him back. I'm convinced that's where he should play. And I'd love to see Jürgen give him the last couple of games there as well, and let him just have try and get a good end to the season. Villa away will be difficult. Wolves at home will be very emotional. But I was so impressed with Harvey Elliott, McAllister, and Endo. The balance seemed very, very good in the first half. Tottenham started well and then faded. Liverpool took control of the game. Scored a very good goal through Mohamed Salah. The move was excellent from the Reds. Big switch of play. Gakpo cutting inside, good ball. The second goal, the move itself was fantastic for Liverpool. Obviously, a little bit of luck with the goalkeeper spilling it. Robbo jogging on the spot. The other goal, again, Elliott's goal, worldy. Gakpo's goal was such a good goal as well. So the positives are Liverpool got to 4-0. And then, listen, I think maybe he took the foot off the gas. The manager brings Bacheta, John, and I'm not going to dig him out, but he struggled. It's his first game back for a while, you'd expect that. Things kind of fell apart a little bit, to be fair. Tottenham had nothing to lose and went gung-ho. They made their changes. And obviously got back into the game, and that'll probably disappoint Liverpool a bit. They would have liked that clean sheet, they didn't get it. I touched on Cody Gakpo before, though. Another really good performance. I said before the show, in the build-up, Gakpo, as good as he's been, he's played well. But where's the goals? Where's the assists been? Well, there's both. A great assist and a really good header goal as well. So Cody Gakpo's having a really strong end to the season, maybe silencing a couple of doubters himself, maybe putting himself in the frame for when his compatriot Arne Slot comes and takes over in the Anfield hot seat. So yeah, there was plenty to be encouraged. Like I say, it wasn't perfect from Liverpool, and Liverpool shouldn't have allowed Tottenham back into that game. That game should have been dead and buried. We've seen this against Tottenham before. We saw it last year, where Liverpool were 3-0 up, got pegged back, and obviously they needed Diogo Jota to secure it. It wasn't quite that this time. But when Spurs put Richarlison on, let Son drift out to the left-hand side, caused us problems. One final shout, I thought Jarell Quansah at centre-back deserves a lot of credit for sticking with it. There was a couple of times, listen, Son's great. He's a fantastic player. And a couple of times he got the better of Quansah. But Quansah often got the better of him as well. Some really important tackles. In particular, the one, you know, when Son's free in the centre, looks like he could just play it across goal and Quansah just took it off him. So I was really impressed with Jarell Quansah. I thought he was fantastic, actually. And showed again another young player who deserved this place in the side. You know, gets in ahead of Ibu Konate and deserved it. So I was really impressed with Quansah. I was really impressed with Elliott. I was really impressed with loads of them. Mo Salah looking more like Mo Salah. Cody Gakpo as well. Yeah, so I'd say Liverpool for 60 odd minutes were brilliant. For the last half an hour, maybe with the subs for both teams, it was pretty poor. But I think the better team won, the most dominant team won. And like I say, Liverpool are the third best team in the Premier League. I'm convinced of that. They haven't quite been good enough to challenge the top two. Obviously, there's a lot has gone wrong for Liverpool in terms of officiating and bad luck as well. But I think when you watch the styles of play of all three teams, I don't think it's unfair to say. I don't think it's unfair to say that they've probably been the third best team. But they showed today they're better than Tottenham for certain. We'll find out next week if they're going to finish above Aston Villa. They are going to finish third. But sometimes they say, you know, the table lies and stuff. I think I actually saw today the difference between Liverpool and Tottenham is still, there's actually quite a big difference for me. And obviously the game down their place was mental, obviously, with what happened. I think Liverpool showed that they are better than Spurs. They just took the foot off the gas. Lesson learned. And then they go to Villa next week. It's going to be a tough one because Villa know one more win gets them Champions League. Liverpool go there trying to just end the season in good spirit. So we'll see how that one goes. But yeah, much more like it from Liverpool. Smiles on the faces. Second to last game at Anfield for Jurgen Klopp as well. So it's always going to be emotional. So congratulations to the Kop. Congratulations for the atmosphere that came through. I was listening on the TV. It sounded pretty good at times. And congratulations to Liverpool. They're back to winning ways, which is good to see. Right, that's my reaction. Go and check out the reaction of all the other guys. See you in a bit.